All right, hey guys, here we are, hole 2. So with the tailwind, we're just going to kind of go basic ball so we can kind of extend this shot as far as possible. You also see that I get kind of aggressive to the left side. Now, the only thing that you'll want to worry about is maybe losing with great shots to the left, but sticking to this left side, you'll see we can get way down there and hopefully keep it within iron range. That's kind of my goal, is to go iron as opposed to wood into the green. So if you stay over on this left hand side, it's much easier to stay in range. You'll see that this is still within the range here. So I might even be able to use some backspin here. So I'm thinking somewhere around 0 to 1 bar. It should release a little bit with that tailwind. Now what I typically do here is maybe just beyond 5 rings. So somewhere in here, maybe just beyond, almost right before that, fairway change where it's still light colored. I'm thinking right in here somewhere. Should take that slope. Should take the slope down to the right. So you do want to get it going just a little bit to the left, like you see. This might be just a little bit much, but you can see it is funneling down there. And we get this one much closer than the last one. So you'll see those side winds are a lot easier to play because it's much easier to anticipate when you don't have to worry about the ball guide stretching out. And the only thing the ball guide did is kind of adjust way more to the left. So you see that we had just wound up way to the left because the wind was just pushing it to the left. So that's the only thing we had to try to fight there, was that. And again, we got another side wind here. So I guess with the side wind, I'm thinking just sticking with root. We can get away with Viking, but it's a little bit easier into the wind with Viking. So much better to go root. And typically I do like to use the side spin ball, maybe even get the wind down. But the one thing that you'll see is, we do kind of get in between clubs. And so that's one of the main reasons that I'm not going up in balls, is because I don't want to get myself too in between clubs here. And you can see my club is already kind of perfect. So all I'm trying to do is just gently sneak this onto the green. I'm thinking right around the 4 to 5 range. 4.5, let's just try this. And other than this, we're just going to play rings pretty much spot up. And I find 1.5 per ring to be pretty close to perfection. So we go just beyond this 5th ring here, using those shadows to help me with my ring adjustment. So that's just beyond 5 rings. There should also be just a little bit of secondary wind effect as well. And let's just see how this comes in. So you can see it looks pretty good. Roll out, roll out. Oh my goodness. No reason that shouldn't have went in. That was such a great shot. It was well, factored in the wind, everything, the slope, and just missed it. So you can see that was a very easy win to get aggressive, and it's very unlucky that I wasn't able to get that. But I'm only 8 points away from 5,000, and I feel like that's your target number, is 5,000. And look at this, we actually got the win this time, so we might actually be able to get there, especially if we get a second wind. So things that you might want to think about is an 8% Powerball. I could go Rage R if I wanted, but I can also go with this Mojave. And since my tiebreaker's so good, I might not have to get to that next number, because I do have a solid tiebreaker here, and I do expect to be able to get this in tight with a tailwind. I expect to easily get this into wedge. Oh man. But either way, I'm still going to be within wedge range. It's just a little unfortunate because I bet you with the tailwind, easily could have got this to the hole, would have upped my tiebreaker even more. I would have been more in the 6K range. I would have been able to get onto the green there. But you can see, had I went Rage and then for this second shot gotten into the wind, it would have really ruined it, because then I'd have more wind in the face, because the wind reduction is even less than this Mojave. So it would have really made things a little bit tougher. So a little bad break here. You know, I really think I would have got there. You'll see that this club rolls out a mile in tailwinds. So I do think I probably would have got there, and this is just a bad break. But nevertheless, you know, we should be able to solidify an easy 800 something. And I do think we're going to put ourselves in a position to get that, you know, whatever it is. Is it a diamond chest? I think it's a diamond chest for rookie. So we should put ourselves in a great position here with the way that we played this second set. All my shots on this second set have been very good. And you'll see this looks like maybe, I'm thinking, half wind or so. I'm just going to kind of try to crank this up, but not too much. I don't want it to just stop like on a dime like it did last time. I do want this to just roll out a little bit. Give it a chance to maybe hold out. And again, like I mentioned, you know, I don't expect this to be, so if I would typically go 5.6 rings, I'm only going to go just a little bit more than 2. Should be a small adjustment near half club. Be a very small adjustment. It looks pretty good. Just a little bit, just to be a little bit more left. And like I said, you know, I wanted to be a little bit more aggressive to where it still was rolling down the hill some, because I wanted to have that momentum to potentially catch the hole. So if I have that line perfect, it rolls into the cup. That's one of the main reasons that you don't see me cranking it up. So that is something to think about, but still, as I mentioned, 50-54, it's going to be very hard to beat. There's not going to be a lot of guys in rookie that can get to that green in 2 because they just don't have the clubs. Now in veteran, you're going to be expected to get -8. So you're really going to need to take care of business in veteran. But for rookie, we put up not only a good tiebreaker, but we also put up probably the stock score. And most times you're going to win with this strong -6, especially with the way that the replays are. You know, you don't have to worry about people going back and forth, you know, at 300 a pop. You know, somebody might do 1 or 2, but it's like at least you don't have to worry about guys going back and, you know, really grinding that out to make a 7. So, like I mentioned, you know, we put ourselves in a good position. It's more or less what you want to shoot for. So, hopefully you're able to, you know, use some of those strategies and keep all that stuff in mind. Good luck with your progress. Let me know how it goes, and take care. See you next time.